Oh, chat. We're back. We're back, ready for business. Um, and yeah, we got a very exciting slate of matches today. Starting off with Pittman15 versus Jimbo. I did just run a prediction. It just randomly disappeared from my screen, which was fun. Oh, there it is. Um, And that prediction is actually pretty close, 55 to 45 for Pittman. So, potentially hinting at a close match. And that's obviously something we would like to see, more entertaining, as Vucer and Flakes proved yesterday. Um, but yeah, we're going to go over the players real quick, and then, we're going to get things started. So, our first player, our number 6 seed, we got Pittman 15. Pittman, I don't know. And yeah, rank 62 in the world. Best track Dry Desert, worst track Bowser's Castle, overall Myth C. Um, pretty standard best track. This is a lot of people's best track, and then this worst track, again, a lot of people's worst track, which is fair. It's not a fun track to play. This worst track could end up costing him. Jimbo might be thinking, oh, his worst track's Bowser's Castle, and it's a pretty variant track. Might wanna pick that. You know. But that's not my decision to make, of course. And yeah, but our other player, Jimbo, rank 180 in the world. Best track, Motion Bridge. He is pretty good at these more simple A-Tech tracks. He also has some really good times on Peach Beach. Worst track, Yoshi Circuit, kind of a surprise. But I don't think that'll be too big of a deal. And overall Hero A, so not too bad of a player for sure. Obviously is the underdog against someone like Pittman, like over 100 rank difference, but I definitely think he's going to be able to squeak something out. And I meant to do this before the match yesterday, and I forgot to, so I'll do it now because I still remember. My honest prediction for this match, I got Pittman winning it 7-4. All right, I think Jimbo's definitely going to be able to squeeze out a few races. I've watched both these players play a bunch over the last few weeks from the Olympics and whatnot, and I think Jimbo could definitely squeeze out a few races. But I still do have to uh, pledge my allegiance to the higher seed. Just a more logical pick, but I'd love to see an upset. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Now, here's a quick reminder of how these players are in the standings. So, Jimbo down here quite a bit in 11th, only 6 points, but could definitely get himself some points on the board with a solid showing today. Because if he wins, if he advances past this round, he'll automatically secure himself some points from this event. Triple points. So could be a very solid haul. And Pittman a little further up, but has 50 points. We saw Vucer win yesterday, so he's going to score some points for this event. So if you're Pittman, you really want to advance past this round to try to catch Vucer. And Jackalek is also right above them with like 58, I think. So also try to catch up with him. And then the country standings, um, Canada is in first place. They are in first place by quite a bit. After Flakes lost yesterday, it actually secured that Europe would not win overall. So USA Midwest really Canada's only chance of not winning at this point. But if Pittman comes out here, gets a solid win, goes to the next round, scores some solid points, then that could just be enough to win it. And then down here in fourth, we got USA Southwest, South and West. Obviously quite the discrepancy, but these fourth or sixth are very close. And as I just said, we saw Vucer win yesterday. So yeah, definitely would be very helpful to get some points on the board for USA Southwest here. And just as a reminder of our match structure, you got first to 7 races wins. It's a best of 13. Both players will ban one track before the match starts. The lower seed will pick the first track, which means Jimbo picks first. And then after that, it'll be just the loser of the previous track who picks. And then players will press restart on the track's pause menu to start the race at the same time. And then that doesn't really matter. All right, magic time. Ready? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Tell me that's not sick. Alright, and yeah, let me make sure these are up and running. Alright. It seems like both players are pretty much ready. I will ask in our little group chat just to be sure. Yeah, no green today, unfortunately. But yeah, I asked them both if they are ready just to be sure. Alright, and they are both ready, so the countdown is underway. And we should be off to the races here any second. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Might be a little rocky. Definitely had some issues yesterday. Okay. So yeah, alright. Well, I guess we're only gonna watch Jimbo for now, but that's fine. That's fine, you know. He deserves it. Jimbo's band was Royal Coliseum, and Pittman's was DDJ, so, a little interesting there. Hold on. Alright. Sorry, y'all. We run into similar issues yet. Hopefully we get those, worked out. But yeah, it seems like Jimbo's had pretty mistake-free driving so far. Has he already used a shroom? It would make sense to use a shroom on one of those, first U-turns. Dye-ish? But yeah, so, okay, Jimbo forgoing the spiral shroom. Okay, I guess he's just going to the U-turn shrooms. You know, not a bad play, not a bad play. He has used both of his shrooms, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Especially considering, you know, Rainbow Road could fall off very easily. You don't want to fall off, but if you do, then you lose your mushrooms, so be prepared for that. Okay, I get it now. Dude, why the fuck does this keep happening? Hello? Are you for serious? Alright. There we go. Alright, it would look like Jimbo is quite a bit ahead, just based on times. I'm not entirely sure what happened to Pittman, because missed a whole fucking lap. Sure he does get a minute flat on lap 2, so it must have been a lap 1 mistake from Pittman that has him down in this one. But maybe. Dude, why the fuck is this shit happening? Alright, pardon the technical difficulties, everyone. I'm trying to get it worked out. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Technical difficulties on it. Okay. Yeah, it does seem like Jimbo is on pace to finish a couple seconds ahead of Pittman. So we'll have to see the finishing times, but it's a 3:03 for Jimbo, and yeah, I don't think Pittman's gonna take this one. Yeah, 3:05. Yeah. All right. Okay. Obviously, not the most pleasant viewing experience. So I do apologize. Still trying to get things worked out, you know. Okay. Alright, and it does seem like Pittman's counter pick here is going to be Mushroom City, you know. Let me update the score real quick. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Alright. So yeah. Alright. Okay. I think this should be better. Better. Keyword better. Not perfect, but better. Alright. So yeah, Mushroom City is the pick for Pittman. Jimbo actually said this was gonna be his pick too. So, you know. Ooh, and Pittman actually even stuck up on the first turn. Pretty costly air to make this early, especially on a track where you can't make a ton of huge mistakes. Obviously there's cars around that these players could still hit, that could cost a fair bit of time, but right now it's looking like Jimbo is quite a bit ahead, because he was about like 3 seconds behind like his stream going through like the same place on the track. So we'll check out these lap times, 33.0 versus 36.0, so yeah, just what I said, exactly like 3 seconds behind. It does seem Jimbo used to shoot lap 1, that's a play I like. I do find that like at Jimbo 9's level, it's a little easier to dodge the yellow car at the beginning of lap 1 like that, so very good play for him. from Jimbo. But yeah, kind of on a kind of treacherous section, 32.2 versus 33.5. Hold on. Looks like Pittman's mounted a bit of a comeback. He's only down about 0.7 now after that, so definitely not over. Pittman obviously is the higher ranked player, so he's going to have like faster MTs and stuff. So might be able to catch Jimbo and just drive him along. Does get stuck up on the wall a bit. This might be close. See how this final section goes. The treacherous part of the track. Pittman hits a bus. Jimbo dodges it. 141.2 versus 139.2. Jimbo is gonna take this one. Wow. All right. So yeah. So it is now 2-0 for Jimbo. Obviously, pretty big lead to have. And now Pittman does seem to be going. With Dry Desert, we did cover that that was his best track, so very logical choice, especially considering the gap between these two skill-wise. You know, because I mean, if you're like a top 50 level player, I think like his times on Dry are like just about like rank 50, so I mean like if it's that versus player has like rank like 150 times ish, like it's gonna be a stark contrast in driving for sure. Alright. So both players streaming lap 1, very logical. I'm not waiting on the stream, so nothing out of the here. Jimbo getting caught up a little on the sand pit there. It's gonna cost too much time, I believe. Pittman rounding the final corner of the lap is at 33.38. We'll see what Jimbo comes up with. 31.446. So yeah, that driving difference on display for sure in lap 1, but definitely a chance for Jimbo to catch up still. Pittman definitely messed up big time. Both players using their lap 2 shroom, and yeah, both players now without a shroom, but yeah, neither player made really any major mistakes, so I mean, for Pittman, that's what you like to see. For Jimbo, maybe not. It's just having them fall behind now. 29.5 lap 2 for Pittman versus 30.6. So yeah, Pittman like 2 seconds ahead now. It's not looking great for Jimbo. Pittman could definitely still make a mistake. Got the sand pit coming up here. Pittman gets through it cleanly around the pillars. Had to think improv a little there, but I think he's got this one in the bag. Oh, goes in the middle of the pokey. Very close there. That was extremely clutch, but it secured the victory for him. 132.006. Barely missed the sub 132 and a 135.5 from Jimbo, so I don't even know if the pokey hit would have mattered. Alright, that is a massive win for Pittman to get, you know, coming out on his own track, and securing the victory on his best track, picks his best track, wins it, has the deficit, and gets himself on the board. So, yeah, alright, and these players are getting their picks out really fast. I'm very happy about that. And yeah, alright, we are going to Bowser's Castle. So, it was mentioned in the stream that this is actually Pittman's worst track, at least in terms of time trial ranking. So, very lost the pick with Jimbo here, going with a blue variant track, which I would honestly recommend doing, whether or not Pittman is good at this track, just because, you know, more chances are going to make a mistake, and you can catch up. But, I mean, throwing shit at the previous match at track with speed, maybe. Yeah, both players seem to have pretty clean driving so far, but this is one of those tracks where there's just a ton of places you can mess up. This shortcut here is a pretty big one. Pittman takes it very cleanly, though. A lot of fireballs around. Jimbo also takes the shortcut cleanly. Maybe would have liked a little tighter. It does go kind of wide. But it's a 47-1 opener from Pittman. That's a very strong lap. Jimbo, for going English room, ends up with 50.5. So, yeah, nearly 3 seconds behind. I mean, Jimbo does have that shroom advantage, but not a great start for Jimbo for sure. Kind of just have to pray Pittman messes up now. Pittman with a rough firebar cycle does make it through alright though. Like Jimbo will do just fine, and he does. Clean shortcut from Pittman, no major gaps. Jimbo has to dodge a really tough fireball, but does the trick. Pittman had a little bit of a rough shroom, but still gets a 47.2 lap. Jimbo, of course, used his shroom 47.6, so lost about another 0.4 on Pittman there. Ooh, it looks like Jimbo fell off that bridge. It's just a really rough spot, but oh, Pittman falls off too. This is not over yet. Now Jimbo did get kind of a rough respawn because of the bridge fall, and he does hit the swamp afterwards, but if Pittman makes another big mistake, Jimbo could maybe just win this one. Alright, we will see Pittman entering the final section of the track now. Dodges the fireball, takes the shortcut pretty well. I think this one is going to get Pittman. Crossing the ramp. Does go in the dirt a little bit, but 228.5, and Jimbo gonna take some time before reaching the finish line. Yeah, so very rough Bowser's Castle from both players. Both players fell off, but Pittman was already quite a bit ahead, and Jimbo got a really rough respawn from falling off on the bridge. So yeah, that's what's gonna make the difference for Pittman here, and back-to-back wins for Pittman. He's equalized this match. And yeah, of course, you see the next track is going to be Sherbetland. These players are actually picking too fast because I don't even have enough time to say what I want to say. No, it's all good though. Pretty good sync in players, so massive congrats. Jimbo getting a little caught up on those little dirt mounds. We'll see how much that ends up costing him. Obviously, this is a track where there are some treacherous moments. The ending section, people can definitely mess up big time over there. There's quite a few seconds. You just don't do it quite right. You see Pittman go sideways here, I think, and we do. Does it pretty cleanly. 26.0 opener from Pittman versus 27.5 from Jimbo. So just like that strat difference on display. But ooh, Pittman does hit a Shy Guy. Jimbo barely poisoned. That could very well put Jimbo back in the lead here. And we see Jimbo using the shrooms on lap 2. That's a very interesting play. Jimbo and I are pretty similar level, and I use mine on lap 3, but you never know. Pittman getting caught up on the wall a bit. 25-2 lap 2 to 28-5 for Pittman, so wow, yeah. Jimbo was about 2 seconds ahead, and now it's going to be dead even, I think, because we just saw Jimbo hit a Shy Guy. And yeah, so we see Pittman come out here with the shrooms. I would say Pittman is just a bit ahead, but I still think it's pretty close. Pittman, if he messes up this sideways, I don't think he will. 119.5 versus 120.2. All right, so we got a close race there. Pretty close race. Both players hitting a Shy Guy. Both players definitely making some driving errors on their own. But again, Pittman, just a higher ranked player, is just able to make up for it more effectively. So, you know, Jimbo is off to a surging start this match. Was up 2-0, but now Pittman's stormed all the way back. Has made it 3-2. So, pretty disheartening if you're Jimbo, because now your opponents won back-to-back track picks, back-to-back 2 of your track picks, and like, you know, you pick a track thinking, oh, this is gonna go well for me, and then it doesn't go well for you, and that's obviously not fun. So, yeah, we will see Jimbo picking a Daisy Cruiser here. Alright, apologies for the technical difficulties. Oh God, bro, are we so rude? Alright. Okay. It's pretty much fixed. Alright, we'll see these lap 1 times. 33.7 for Pittman and 34.6 for Jimbo. So Pittman a little less than a second ahead. But oh, Pittman just comes into the pool skip at a really rough angle. Tries to save it last second, I think, but it's just not enough. And he's going to fall into the pool here and get stuck on the stairs. Wow, what a snowball here from Pittman. Jimbo's has to be in a pretty simple lead now, and yeah, Pittman tabled into the wall. Very rough sequence. Jimbo is quite a bit ahead now. It'd be hard for him to lose this one, I think, at this point. 33-8 versus they're 42-8, yeah, so like 8 seconds ahead. Jimbo did have a little weird strat for the pool skip there. And also not the cleanest stairs, but I don't think that's going to make up 8 seconds. Pittman now has to deal with some weird table cycling, so probably isn't used to going into that area at this point. But yeah, I think Jimbo has this one in the bag. And indeed he does. 142.005 versus 150.014. So yeah, wins it by just about 8 seconds. And yeah, so that's gonna equalize it. That is gonna equalize it, folks. 3-3. You're back to it being dead tied. Now it was 2-0, then it was 3-2, and now it's 3-3. So, you know, we obviously love the close matches because, you know, obviously better viewing experience. You know, we saw yesterday with Flakes and Booster, and now we're getting it again with Pittman and Jimbo here. So, and the pick from Pittman is going to be Peach Beach. It's a very logical pick from Pittman, I feel. Just because, again, higher ranked player, gonna have faster Gs, better lines, and that's just pretty much all Peach Beach is about. Not to say that he could not lose this, because he definitely could. Jimbo is very talented at Peach Beach himself. It is one of his best tracks. But yeah, if I'm Pittman, this is a great track because, you know, it's like more like a mental reset, like just like more simple stuff. We got Pittman15 in the chat, and yes, it is first to 7 wins. I did not see the lap 1 times, I apologize. Jimbo using the string on lap 2, that's an interesting play. Not sure if his angle just wasn't right or what exactly happened there. But we'll see these lap runs. 22.9 for Pittman, very solid no string lap. And 22 free from Jimbo. Wow, that's actually quite good, I would say. Jimbo getting caught up in the grass here a bit. I really haven't seen Pittman make any mistakes. I mean, I haven't been the most focused on his side. And yeah, Jimbo getting grass and the big rock there again. So I think Pittman's got this one in the bag. Yeah, 109.2 versus like 111. Yeah. And so yeah, goes back to Pittman. So yeah, pretty back and forth. You know, it was 3-2, and then Jimbo won. It was because it was now Pittman won, then Jimbo won, then Pittman won again. So yeah, again, back and forth, back and forth. Pittman does win his track pick, so that's obviously pretty major for him. And the next track pick from Jimbo is going to be DK Mountain. So another very interesting track where either player could easily make a massive mistake. You got the bridge, obviously a very treacherous section. The gap that could get messed up easily too. We saw that on display that one yesterday with Space Juicer. Sorry, I need to take it right now. It's not good. You see, Shroom Lap 1 from Pittman, that's a very good play. I like that play. Using your shrooms just in case, you know, there's no gap with the bridge and fall off. So yeah, we see a bunch of shrooms that way. It's really for going with shrooms. I don't hate it. Pittman not between this gap, it does make the process fine. Jimbo uses his shroom on the gap now. That's a very interesting strat. 37-0 from Pittman and 36-9 from Jimbo. So wow, pretty much dead even after that first lap. This is going to be a good one to watch, folks. Don't go anywhere quite yet. Pittman does use his second and final shroom at the normal spot on lap 2. And Pittman stuck up on the fence a little bit, does recover pretty well. And then having to brake a little bit to dodge those boulders. Kind of got pace locked there, actually. That's going to give Jimbo a chance to catch back up, but Jimbo just not fortunate sequence on the gap. Got stuck on the fence, had to brake and go for it, and yeah, Pittman's ahead by about 3 seconds now. So again, not impossible. Pittman could definitely fail the gap or the bridge and just spill all that time away and give it back to Jimbo, but that's what's gonna need to happen for Jimbo to win. And honestly, Pittman's been driving this weekend out very well, and I doubt we'll see either of those. And then not the stuck on the fence. Barely clears the gap. That was a scare for sure. Pittman playing it safe on the bridge, doesn't do any MTs, and it's going to be a 149-1. And yeah, that's going to be enough to beat Jimbo. So, doubling the lead. Going to make it 5-3, Pittman. And yeah, so pretty big from Pittman there, winning on his opponent's track pick. And now his opponent has to scramble for another track to pick. And, you know, hope Jimbo doesn't win it again, right? I mean, yeah, that is back-to-back track wins from Pittman too. So just sort of like momentum piling on. Now the pressure's building on Jimbo here. And yeah, we'll see Mac as our next track. That rhymed. I don't hate it. I don't hate the pick. Again, maybe just trying to. I do think Jimbo actually played this track yesterday. I could be wrong, but there we go. But yeah, both players seem to have pretty clean driving so far. Pittman dodges the booms, does go in the grass a little, but Jimbo does as well, so that should just about cancel out. 31-1 versus a 32-1, so Pittman about a clean second ahead. This one shroom strategy is pretty rough, but Pittman does a good job at it, and as does Jimbo, it seems. But yeah, again, pretty clean driving from both. A little grass and Pittman there. Not the end of the world, though, for sure. We'll see these lap times: 29.3 from Pittman, 29.9 from Jimbo. So Pittman just about a second and a half ahead, maybe a little more. Pretty clean third string for Pittman, as from Jimbo. But yeah, I think Pittman just outdrove Jimbo here. Again, just the rank and the seed differential here on display. And I think Pittman's got this one in the bag, crosses the finish line 129.8 versus a 132.4. Yeah, easy victory for Pittman here, and that is going to make it match point. So 3 straight race wins from Pittman. Obviously was and 2 of those were on Jimbo's track picks, so that could definitely be quite cataclysmic for Jimbo. And Jimbo's choice is now going to be Mushroom Bridge. I don't hate the pick at all. This is a track that people can definitely easily mess up in one tries. That I definitely saw that on display in last Carter standing. Like literally everyone messed up Mushroom Bridge in last Carter standing. Luckily it didn't end up mattering. But yeah, also this is Jimbo's best track, so save it to the end where you need a track win. I like the play. For sure. And yeah, so again, match point for Pittman. Now I did predict the score would be 7-4 Pittman, so for the sake of that, I am rooting for Jimbo to win just a little bit. But of course, may the better racer win. Why is this just now fucking up now? It's going so well. Alright. Okay. I think it's easy. Alright, I would guess that Jimbo's about a second or 2 behind. I don't know why it's just now, like, fucking up big time. Yeah, okay, man. GG's. Alright. Jump cut. We'll see Pittman finishing Mushroom Bridge here, I think. With a... Maybe. Oh my god, seriously? Are we so for real? Okay, I didn't even see the time. But I do think it was better than a 122.1. Both players have been posting their times. And yeah, Pittman with a very strong 120.0. And that is going to do it for this match. Sorry you guys kind of got a very anticlimactic ending there. Very unfortunate on the technical difficulties. But, but, yeah, Pittman does take this match home. Massive GG's to him. But yeah, massive GG's to Pittman again. Obviously, was a very close match to start off. It was literally 3-3, but then Pittman, he just locked in. He was ready. He was prepared, and ended up winning 4 straight to finish it off. So again, massive congrats to him.